if you're going to be a real estate investor, you're going to pay for your training whether you know it or not. So you may be like, I'm not going to spend the money on it. Oh yeah, you are. It's going to be, you're going to do your first deal and lose $20,000, and you're going to learn one lesson maybe. Then you're going to do another deal and lose $50,000 of your grandma's money, and you're going to learn maybe another lesson. All right? We want you to learn all those lessons before you jeopardize anyone's money or your time. So that's why we believe it's so important. There's a lot out there if you research. There's Rich Dad, there's Fannie Merrill, that's what's called Wealth Builders. There's the local RIA group, the Chicago RIA. I know Andrew Holmes does some things and sells training. There's a lot of stuff out there. You can pay a lot of money for it. Right now, I think the Fannie Merrill, they don't tell you this when you first go to the free workshop the first day, but by the end you'll find out that if you went through their system, it's over $70,000. I've met people that have spent over $70,000. That's a lot of money. How can they possibly charge $75,000 or $70,000 for that? Well, it's because if someone does 2 flips, they probably get all that back. So the stakes are so high in real estate that it attracts people to pour a lot of money into it. I'm not knocking them based on the price. I'm really kind of, my biggest concern about some of those other companies is the method, the delivery method of their education. I don't agree with. You cannot absorb that much in these 3-day boot camps. They don't let you video record it like we're doing here. They don't let you, audio record it usually. So you're getting all this stuff hit at you, right? And then you're, a week later like, man, I can't remember any of this stuff. You're going through your notes. What if you had to go to the bathroom during the time they were saying something important? You missed it, right? It's just difficult. We don't learn like that. Your knee surgeon did not go to a 3-day boot camp to learn how to be a knee surgeon. Your pilot didn't go through a 3-day boot camp to learn how to fly that plane. Praise God. And you wouldn't go to those people for those services, right? Think about the same thing for yourself, right? You need to immerse yourself in real estate. It needs to be every day or every week, every month. So I just like our delivery system a lot better. Plus, obviously, I'm a big believer in the concept that we offer. The company that we have is called Renatus, all right? So Renatus is an A+ rated on the Better Business Bureau, which is very uncommon for real estate investment companies. They're usually C to Fs. Not all their fault either, because when someone's spending $70,000 on a program, it's like, you better make me successful. I gave you 70, you better bring it to me. It's not how real estate works. You got to be committed to working hard. If you want to be a real estate investor, you got to know that it's going to be working hard. You know what they say about an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is someone that's willing to work 70 hours a week for themselves, so they don't have to work 40 hours for someone else. That's how you got to think about growing as a real estate investor. You got to be, hey, I'm willing to do more for myself and my business than what I am giving my 40 hours a week to somebody else. And you can start part-time, but you got to know that. You say, oh, maybe I want to do too. I'm working too hard at my job. I want to be a real estate investor. You're going to work just as hard or harder as a real estate investor, at least initially, right? The good thing is you do have passive income and stuff that in the long term can give you all the financial wealth and independence you want. So this company offers a couple different programs. These are all online, and this is what I like about the delivery, is that it's available online, on demand, 24/7. So if you can't sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning, instead of texting me, you can go online and you can watch a class. All right. In the morning, you can text me and say, "Hey, Randy, I watched the class last night on Tax and Legal 1. I got a couple questions. When are you available?" All right. So it's much better. All right. I can't possibly give you all the content that's here. This is taught by an attorney. These classes alone right here will save you tens of thousands of dollars in taxes over the next 5 to 10 years. I have no doubt, just by implementing these strategies. Tax and legal. Okay. Self-directed IRAs and 401ks, that's the other attorney. Attorneys normally charge about $300 to $400, good ones, an hour for consultations. This is 8 hours with an attorney, 8 hours with an attorney, 8 hours with an attorney. That alone, right there, you've got, what's the math, 24? 24 hours times $400 an hour, you're talking $10,000 right there, just in those 3 classes. But you get all of these 10 classes.
That's a bargain.
Which is remarkable. I mean, this one we say, and I do believe this, I think everyone needs this whether you do real estate or not, because these tax strategies applies to everybody. Everybody. If you're a W-2 employee, you are paying the highest tax rate of anybody else. You don't have all those deductions, that's why. Okay, so that's called the essentials, all right? Now, the group also has what's called accelerated training. These are really all the real questions. All the real estate investor training courses, these are 10 more classes. All of these, again, are 8-hour classes online. There's things in there like investor ID, choosing the right type of real estate that you should get involved in based on your strengths, weaknesses, and likes. Also, velocity banking, that's paying your mortgages off in about a third to half the time. And you amortize that, not just mortgages, student loans, car loans, that's all included in that. Raising capital, those classes that I was talking about, how to raise capital, how to raise capital through partnerships, that's in there, that's 10 more classes. This is lease options, when the instructor makes about $6 million a year. Look, here, in order to be an instructor in one of these online classes, here's the qualifications. They have to make at least $1 million in the area that they're teaching, and they have to be a current investor right now. So it can't be like Carlton Sheets that made it in the 80s or something. It's got to be someone that's doing it right now, okay? So this is huge right here. This is 10 classes, and I think we have 40 or over 40 instructors. How'd you like to learn from over 40 millionaires? I mean, one can teach you a lot, right? Imagine having a perspective of 40 different millionaires, giving you their perspective on business and real estate investing. Fix and flip, these are the classes that I take, and then on Thursday nights, out at our office in Downers Grove, I facilitate a study group, and we go through the content every single week. That's where Mike's a part of that right now. So he's in there every Thursday. So basically what he does is he watches, like, usually we do half a class at a time. So he might be asked to watch 4 hours during the week of his classes, and then come in and talk about ideas, things that he learned, things that he thinks we're going to share. And then I'll also kind of share what I think is important out of that class as well.
Where did you say you take place with the study group?
We do it in Downers Grove. Yeah. I'll give you more information about that a little bit later. Land development, buy and hold. So this is all like your rental properties, passive income. Here's something really hot: nightly rentals. Okay, we've got people in our group that made as much as $14,000 in 1 month on a rental. A rental that normally would rent for about maybe $4,000 to $5,000 in a month, they're getting $14,000, $15,000 by nightly rentals. That's Airbnb. It's huge. All right. So we've got classes all about that. They just recorded an advanced class. Now here's what's really cool. If you know how to do this, I'm going to really look at part of my business model. Jay Massey, one of the instructors, just did this. What he's doing, I'm going to just give you the concept to get you excited. This is exciting. Let's say I wanted to rent this house. Okay, so let's say, Siobhan, you own this house and you're looking to rent it for $4,000 a month. I negotiate with Siobhan and I say, listen, I'm very interested in renting your house, and I'll pay you right now. I will pay you your first 6 months rent in advance. The only thing I ask for is I want to be able to sub-rent it out and a short-term basis, whether it be nights or days or whatever. But every time somebody rents it out, your house is going to be immaculate. You know why? Because I'm going to have a crew of people coming in and cleaning every time somebody leaves. And they're going to check and make sure that there's no damage, because we're going to charge that person. So you can guarantee that we are going to take very good care of this property. At the end of the year, it's going to be better than what any other tenant that was living here full time would have, because we are going to have a crew in here almost sometimes every week. All right? And I'll even pay you 6 months in advance. All right? So what they're doing is, without even owning a house, they're doing a master lease that allows them to sublease, and then they're renting it out. The guy that's teaching this class right now, he booked $250,000 of rental business in the first quarter without owning any of the properties. Yeah. And think about it. He has, I think it was 20, what did they tell me rentals they say he has? I think he has 28 rentals doing that strategy, 28. All right? So let's say if they were even if they were, I don't know, $5,000 a month for each one of those rentals, let's just throw that out. 5 would be 10, would be like 11. He'd be paying out like $120,000 in rent, and he's bringing in $250,000. Okay, he made $130,000 without owning any property. Right? Pretty amazing. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of the latest hot thing that's going around now in the country. All right. multifamily, the instructor for these classes, a lot of these classes, Johnny Dessauer, who lives in the Chicago area, he had he had over 1,000 rental doors when he was like in his early 40s. This is kind of cool. This is if you don't want, this is another part of real estate, notes and owner finance notes. So that's basically exchanging the paper. You don't own the house, you own the note, or you broker the note. The instructor is the 4th largest note buyer in the country, Jeff Armstrong, and we have access to him. So if you find a note, if you don't have the money to cash, so let's say Sunshine here has the note on this house. So let's say you did owner financing on this house, and someone owed you $300,000 and they were making payments to it. All of a sudden, you know, it was fine at the beginning, she entered in that contract, but now all of a sudden she realizes, I've got a wedding, my car broke down, I need some cash. If I know that she has the note, I can contact her and say, would you like a price, a cash price for your note? And probably she's going to say yes, just out of curiosity. All the information I give to Jeff Armstrong and say, here's the information, here's the interest rate, here's the note. Jeff will come back with a price. We will pay her $270,000 for that note, $270,000 for the note. Now what I do as the middleman, and there's no regulation around how much I can make, I can say, hey, I got great news, Sunshine, we can give you $250,000 for that note. It's like, great, I need you cash? Yeah, we can give it to you in 7 days. You want $250,000 cash? Heck yes, I can't live off those payments every month. I got bills to pay. What did I just do? Make $20,000. No money, no credit, and we provided that leverage with Jeff Armstrong. Okay, so that's notes. Foreclosures and short sales. A lot of my properties are foreclosures, bankruptcies, finding those, negotiating those. Commercial property. This is great. What I have in the education is kind of all-inclusive pass to Disney World. It's for life. And I get access to every training, every course they have now and ever will in the future, which is amazing. So I haven't done a commercial deal yet. However, I bought this mansion on the south side that we're looking at turning it into an office building. So now I'm going to have the knowledge and classes to go in there and do that right. Okay, so commercial. Retired in real estate, some of the higher level strategies in there as well. Advanced velocity banking is paid off your rental properties. Yeah, Mike?
Could you combine commercial and residential some way?
Not in that particular property because the village does not, the city that I'm annexing does not allow that in that area.
Well, if it was allowed, you could.
Well, yeah, I asked them about it. Could I put residential up front and commercial below? But I can't in that particular area. Okay, wealth acceleration strategies. Okay, so those are what we call tracks. There's 10 of those in addition to the essentials. So the essentials that I told you about, this is what I don't like about some of those other programs. They don't tell you, they're not upfront with the cost. If you like have to go to these workshops and this is $20, this is $200, and then this one's $500, and by the time you find out, man, the whole thing is $70,000. Why didn't you just tell me at the beginning, right? So this is full disclosure. So this is that essentials. Remember with all those savings for your taxes, except you've got 3 attorney classes right there. That is over $10,000 plus you can save money. This I think everybody should do, even if you're not going to get involved in real estate. This is very important. And then this is picking 2 of the 10 tracks. You can pick any 2. Okay. This is for life. This is for 2 of these at this price. I'm going to round this off, $8,000. That's for a year. And then you can upgrade if you want. Okay, you can also upgrade from here to here. This is for everything. This is what I have. I thought, you know what, I know a lot of people, what's the least amount I can spend? I look at it differently as a business owner. I look at it as what gives me the best chance to be successful. I don't go into an venture or business expecting to fail. If I did, I wouldn't go into the business. I go in expecting to succeed, and with that expectation, I want to know, what's my best chance of succeeding? So I did this. But there's financing.